Friday, March 29th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Good Friday edition of the video here. And let's start off with a couple of live cameras across the region. Here's Beaufort, North Carolina. The harbor looking pretty calm there, but it's chilly. The temperature at 39 degrees there. And it is cold again in the mountains. Banner Elk with a temperature that's not as cold as the past few mornings, but still cold enough at 24. Still some snow on the ground in many mountain spots this morning from the snow earlier in the week. A lot of chilly air across the region. These are 5 a.m. temperatures here. And you saw that you had a lot of the Carolinas in the upper 30s, I should say upper 20s rather, and low to mid 30s. And Florida this morning is again chilly, but most temperatures there above certainly the freeze range and in many instances above the frost range too. But still, it's a very chilly morning down at the Sunshine State with some patchy frost in some areas. And look at what's happening here in the southern plains. A lot of 60s in Texas spreading up into parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas. And again, these are 5 a.m. Eastern time temperatures. So it's a sign that the milder air continues to gradually work our way. It was a little bit warmer yesterday as this slow warming trend has continued. 58 the high in Charlotte, 62 in Columbia, 55 in Greensboro, mid-50s over in Raleigh, upper 50s Fayetteville and Wilmington. And I think today will be a little bit warmer than yesterday too. But it's cold this morning. 31 degrees in Greensboro, 32 in Charlotte, 35 in Fayetteville, 31 in Columbia and Boone, and 28 in Asheville this morning. All right, let's take a peek at how we're looking on the radar this morning. Nothing going on around our region. Some rain, though, in parts of Kentucky into southern Illinois and Missouri, extending back from there to northwest Arkansas and eastern parts of Kansas, too. And that is sort of a sign of things to come, with rain chances eventually working in over the weekend. Well, there's a look at the temperature map one more time. I guess I stuck that in there twice, but there you go again. Chilly in the eastern seaboard region, but that warmth building there through the southern plains, and that is moving on up in our direction. Now, here's the setup for us. High pressure temporarily overhead, but that is going to be sliding out to sea and falling apart. You notice, though, some precipitation trying to work on into the region. I do think South Carolina, southern North Carolina could pick up a little rain tonight into tomorrow morning. But then we'll get our best rain chances with this system, unfortunately, Easter Sunday. Now, it's not going to be an all-day rain, but there will be some rain out there at times. Let me show you what it looks like. This is around daybreak. So for those sunrise services, some of us having to deal with some shower activity. And like I mentioned, you can see it doesn't rain all day, but at any point in time through the day Easter, we are fair game to pick up a passing shower. Now, this does not look like a very heavy rain event. This is what the RPM modeling is putting out for rain totals. And again, nothing too impressive. A half inch around Charlotte and GSP. Only about a tenth of an inch or less in much of the Triad. Again, that's the latest run of the RPM modeling. Many of the other models have kind of focused around a quarter inch of rain in many spots across the region. So on to the modeling. Here we are on the European model, a little piece of energy moving into the Ohio Valley Sunday, helping to drive that cold front in our direction. And then we kind of gear up for the next system. This is out at Tuesday evening. Notice a nice trough in the eastern parts of the country. That's going to give us another big shot of chilly weather next week. And we'll watch this next system that Tuesday should be near the Rocky Mountain region. And this is what it does on the European model by the time we get out to Friday. Decent little trough swinging on through. And I'll show you the differences here on some of the modeling. Here's what it looks like on the GFS model. A little bit more of an intense system around Friday of next week. So again, here we are Easter Sunday morning on the European model with some showers spreading on in. The GFS at that same point in time. Let's see if I can find that chart for you. Yeah, here you go. This is the GFS at the same point in time there on Easter Sunday morning, showing those showers moving on in. All right, back to the European though. What we're going to see happen is a warm day Monday, just ahead of a sharp cold front that'll dive our way. And then that colder air spilling on in here by Tuesday and Wednesday. And again, we're going to be looking at highs by Tuesday and Wednesday way below average once again, 10 to 15 degrees below average, if not more, during that midweek period next week. Big high pressure right overhead by Wednesday, so some sub-freezing lows likely again in many spots by Wednesday morning. Okay, we go out to 180 hours. This is Friday morning. Low pressure over Georgia on the European model, rain spreading in, and really very good agreement overall on the basic setup on the GFS in terms of the placement of the low pressure. It's a colder scenario on the GFS, though. A lot of northeast winds with this system, and it really strengthens that low near the coast. by a Friday evening of next week. So we'll kind of see how that system plays out. Could be another chilly rain producer by the tail end of next work week. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, safe, blessed Easter holiday, and God bless.